just begun to get our share of this world's delight. High hopes we had for the future and our goals in sight. No, we don't get depressed. Here's what we call our golden rule. Have faith in you and the things you do. You won't go wrong. Oh no, this is our family jewel. We are family. Sing it to me. I got all my sisters and me. Sing it to me. We are family. I can hear you, God. Get up, everybody, and sing. We have faith in you and the things you do. Hey, hey. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, y'all. Get up, everybody, and sing.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome.
We think we are live, so I'm hoping that you can see and hear us. We've never done this before, so this is new.
Improvisational award showing.
It's exciting.
We're gonna be good at it.
It's going to be great. I hope so.
And if not, you can always turn it off.
You can always turn it off or watch it later. It's going to be great. But tonight we have a lot of fun stuff in store for you, celebrating this past year, everything that we were able to do, celebrating our students and their achievements, and then honoring our seniors. So hopefully things will go according to plan. Technology is great when it works. So if something doesn't, bear with us.
We'll raise an eyebrow.
We'll-
I think this year has been characterized by raised eyebrows. Oh, you want to do 2 fall plays in rep? I don't know about that.
Our students are talented. What can I
I
say?
know. Raised eyebrows all year long. You're in town?
A show about pee? Rip.
Virtual speech contest? 2,000 people here for live speech contest?
That was crazy.
Raised eyebrows.
Raised eyebrows.
Here we go.
All right, let's jump right in. So we are going to see if this works, and hopefully it does. And let's see, we're pushing some buttons and things are changing. And we want this. Ooh, we wanted to be able to show you our classic speech and theater PowerPoint. And we wanted you to be able to see us because we're really fun.
And we wanted you here in this space.
The Theater Arts Center. We are back home for these awards. It's a little more empty than normal, but we wanted to be here. So let's jump right in. First things first. We want to talk about all of the staff members that help make this program possible. So take a look at the names on the screen. Without each and every one of these people, this program could not happen. And unfortunately, they couldn't be here today because social distancing, right? But we really do want to take time to recognize every single one of these people for their hard work and dedication to all of you, the students, throughout this year. So let's talk about reviewing the things that we got to do this year, yeah? First up, as Mrs. Plagencool said, we decided to do 2 shows, and not just like 2 one acts. We did 2 full Shakespeare shows, and I still could not be more proud of every single person involved, cast, crew. It took a lot of work to put that on, and you accomplish something at a level of excellence that you typically don't see in a high school setting. So this is one of the things that I'm most proud of, every single person involved in these shows. Next up, we went to the Thespian Festival. Large gatherings of people. Wow, who would have thought that we'd miss that? But we had a lot of fun. Great turnout at the Iowa Thespian Festival. We took 54 students. A lot of people participated in different events, things like that. And we want to recognize those people now. So first up, Kaya Sneed and Reese Harmson got first place for duo musical theater.
I was blown away by that.
It was amazing.
That was amazing.
And even cooler about them is that they actually got to perform as part of the individual event showcase on our second day of contest. So that was really sweet that we got to see that. So then Holly Rankin got first place in costume design. Addie Hammond got first place in stage management. Paige Fahrenkrug took first place in short film. And fun fact, got to have her film shown to all of the Thespian congregation out there. And she qualified for International Thespian Festival, which is going virtually this year, which is kind of fun. So, and Paige Fahrenkrug also took second place in monologue. That was a lot of fun too. Both solo musical theater, we had two people in two different centers, Natalie Grote and Paige Kirshner. We're kind of cutting off their names, sorry about that. But they both got second place in their respective centers, which was really cool. Then we had Andrew O'Connell, Carrie Wilhite, Hannah Berg, Kai Griffin, and Keaton Kelly all performing Addams Family for group musical theater, and they took third place in their center, which was a hard center to be in, and they did awesome. And then Jayla and Josh took third place in duo acting. They did a great job as well. And then Isla Schiller actually also competed in costume design, and due to some weird judge thing, she didn't place. Because they thought that she was missing part of her portfolio, but she wasn't. And after the fact, after it was all over, we realized that she got full marks and qualified for nationals. So great job, Isla. So we had a great year at Thespian Festival this year. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, I want to talk about large group speech while you check your book.
Cool, yeah, it's great.
Make sure that we're on.
I think we're good, yep.
So large group speech kicked off in October with over 170 people total, I think, was on our docket. And it started with a full roster. It was so exciting. 22 varsity entries, so many freshman entries. I don't even remember how many. We got 19 Division I ratings at the state contest that we hosted. And I think that was a huge tribute and a testament to what you all can pull off. It takes hundreds of people to pull off an event like that. And not only did you shine on stage, you shone behind the scenes. So amazing job. And our state large group festival ended up with 6 all-state nominations. Great showing by our freshman team this year. It was just an overall excellent job at large group. I think we have some photos.
We have a special message first before we get into this. So give us just 1 second, folks.
Welcome, Waukee students, to your first virtual awards ceremony. What a great night you're going to have. And it's a great day for speech in Iowa. I want to congratulate you on several things this year. First of all, the wonderful work that you did with the large group state speech contest held at your school. And then also doing a virtual contest this year. What great things were done by Waukee High School. When we look back at 2020, we're going to look back at many different things, but one of the most important things that you'll look back and think fondly of is the work that you did with the Iowa High School Speech Association. Congratulations and enjoy your awards night.
And I think we're back. Okay, good, great. This is happening how we thought it would. This is exciting.
We need a producer.
We did.
Usually
it's a
people
valuable
who broadcast
role.
do not
Exactly.
also
No, we're working double duty here. But yeah, so that was an awesome message from Mr. Enan. Really cool that he was able to be here for this. Now let's talk about our year.
Oh my gosh. Notable of this picture is Kate Dressel, who has made it to the All-State Festival in solo mime. So many times people ask me, how do I get to All-State? And my answer is usually do mime, because mime is so underrepresented in the state and it is so not scary. I mean, it's scary to sign up and it's so easy. And Kate made it for her 3rd time in solo mime. Oh, Jack. Okay, speaking of mime and trips back to All-State, members of this group have been to All-State for the last 3 years. This group was an all-star cast of experienced people and new people, and it was named Jack. And they told the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. I think you should talk about group improv.
We were very fortunate to have one of our group improv teams make it this year to All-State. They had a fantastic showing at State and gave a great performance at the All-State Festival. Lovingly named Bear Vibes. And if you ever watch them prior to a performance, you'll know that they had some weird, strange ritual with Gavin in the middle and them all holding up their bear claws. It was or he was the bear. It's still confusing to me, but it was a lot of fun to watch. They did a great job. The whole team did.
And musical theater, oh my gosh. Origin of Love was amazing. I will never forget the tears on my face when I sat there watching this performing group. They had so much love and it poured right out of them on stage. That was the secret to their huge success. Way to go. Avenue Q, on the other hand, was a little bit quirky. They took a different approach, but pulled it off wonderfully. Nice job, musical theater, Avenue Q. Oh, and then there was individual speech season. So immediately on the heels of State and All-State, we jump into individual. And I think we had over 50 people performing in what ended up being 42 varsity and I think 18 freshman events. So it was a variety of speaking events and it was quite awesome.
That's crazy.
Then when we went to State, 36 varsity advanced out of 42, and we had 10 freshmen. And so we were having a really awesome schedule at State this year. We were supposed to jump on a bus at 5 a.m. and go to Council Bluffs, but COVID decided otherwise. So we stayed at home and, performed from our couch and our basement and our bedrooms to judges on a screen. And it was amazing. And we had 27 students who performed virtually in this kind of agonizing way. I mean, it was nerve-wracking. They had to wait their turn, and then they were notified when they were entering the virtual center. It was so crazy, and they just took it in stride. It was so amazing, and this ended up earning us 25 Division I's and 6 All-State nominations, and that's super hard because it ended up when you're doing it virtually like this, you're basically in competition with yourselves, and you're in competition with different events. It was really surreal, and I could not be more proud of the way it all ended up.
That's so cool. Speaking of.
Oh, well, here's the specifics on our All-Staters.
Yay!
Anna, Piper, Natalie, Sarah, Holly, and Swetha.
Awesome work. All right. So you're in town, my baby. While we did not get to see You're in Town all the way through to the end, I could not have asked for a better group of people to have shared this experience with. Coming to rehearsals was truly the highlight of my day. And I'm bummed that we didn't get to see it all the way through, but I'm so thankful that what happened, that we got what we got. And we at least have a little bit of this. So You're in Town will forever hold a special place in my heart. And these are just some of the players. If you zoom in later, watch this after the fact, you'll see that all of these headshots were taken on the toilet.
Ew.
That's the kind of show we do here.
I did not know that.
All right. Next up on the list is Thespian Troupe 1451. And this Thespian troupe has kind of existed for quite a few years now, but in its formal capacity with a student board, this is its first year in terms of having like a president, vice president, secretary, all that fun stuff. And they did a lot for all of you this year to put on some different events, because without them, these following events wouldn't happen. We wouldn't go to Thespian Festival. So they put in a lot of work behind the scenes, and I could not be more thankful for this group of students that have kind of been your unsung heroes for this year. They're really awesome.
I think what stands out to me is the large variety of things. Like it was so creative.
Well, and what I love is that we had originally scheduled some other events, and they said, you know what, that's not serving our students right. So they changed things up, and they're willing to adapt, and they listen to you, and you are the ones that they listen to, and it's really cool to see that happen. So let's talk about some of the things that they were able to put on this year. First things first, Thespian Cabaret. I don't know about you, but this was one of the most fun things for me that I have ever got to witness. It's really fun for me to come to these events because I'm not the one in charge. I don't have to worry about things. I'm just like, yep, just go do that. And it's totally done by all of you students and the Thespian board, and they did a fantastic job getting everything set up. And what was the theme? Area 51. Remember when that was the big talk of the town? Jeez Louise. So that was a lot of fun. Did we ever follow up? Like a tangent, sorry, really quick. Did we ever figure out what happened? Did they actually storm Area 51? Like, is that a thing?
I don't know.
Oh, well, I'll look that up later. Anyway, but the cabaret was a lot of fun. And while kind of outer space themed, we had some really amazing performances there.
I want to comment on this. I was watching Thespian cabaret, and I was looking for what we could possibly pull off for large group speech. You know that because you were sitting next to me like, oh, I see. I saw all these possibilities coming out of this cabaret, and it was just students doing what they love to do, singing what they like to sing. And I think that was really important for underclassmen. I think everything you do today is your audition for tomorrow. And so I think that when you look at a body of work over the course of the year, we can start to see individuals really start to shine, even in small roles or even in a 3-minute song. Nice job.
It was great. The next thing we had was tried and true Friday Night Live. This was the 28th Friday Night Live that we had, and we had an amazing showing. This was also the time that we were able to see our Best Buddies scene, and they were fantastic as usual. We did improv again, not on the scale that we do the improv show, but there was some improv and then a lot of really fun sketches. This was a really strong year for Friday Night Live. We had a lot of great students involved on stage, backstage. It was really great. Kudos to everyone. And then we had the first of what was supposed to be 2 staged readings, Almost Maine. And if you've ever seen Almost Maine, it's a fantastic show. And we were super lucky that we got Mrs. P right here to stage that. You want to talk about it?
Oh, it was a great time. What I think I liked most of all was getting to know some of the freshmen because they joined us via the Thespian troupe and getting into some of these little events. And I feel like I got to know them more. And it was really fun because everybody started in their own scene. You know, this is a kind of I don't want to say sketch, but it's totally a scene show with all these little vignettes, all these little moments of 8-minute, 10-minute, 12-minute scenes, and everybody's starring in their own scene. And so I feel like we really got to see every actor shine in this scene, and they got their 8 minutes of fame. It was amazing.
It was a lot of fun to watch.
It was a hard show too.
It is, but you pulled it off so well.
Thank you.
Kudos,
Well, they did it,
yeah, kudos to everybody. I mean, it was a really fantastic reading. Nice job. Next up, we had Penciled In. So this is actually brand new this year, and I really, really, really want to commend the Thespian board for this event because they took your feedback. They listened to you. They realized that there was an opportunity that was being missed in terms of highlighting student written productions. And they said, well, let's make an event. And so it was really cool to be able to have students submit original works and see them read. It was a chance for the author to get some feedback because sometimes when you're writing something, it sounds really great in your head, but then on paper, it translates a little bit differently. So this was an opportunity for students to write their own scenes. And then they had to step away from the rehearsal process. They were not at the rehearsals. They didn't get a direct. They had to be completely removed until they saw the performance and they got to see what directors and actors would do with their work. So it was a really cool event. And I'm excited that they made those steps to make that happen. That
what
was
a
really
great
cool.
experiment.
It was neat. I'm excited to see how it functions again next year. And so we also had planned the improv show. I know that they were hard work on that, but then COVID happened and it just wasn't feasible. So, but hopefully next year. That being said, I think we have another message here. Hold on while we get things. I know this is great. Let's see if we can get this working.
Oh, whew. Hello, Waukee Theatre fam. I did not see you there.
Hey everybody!
Hello.
Hello everybody!
Hey, it's Jordan, your fundraising chair for this year.
My name is Sarah Peterson and I was the Waukee Thespian Board Secretary this year.
My name is Hannah Beaker. I am a senior on the Thespian Board. I was the Tech Liaison Chair this year.
My name is Paige Farrenkrug. I'm a junior, and I was the Publicity Chair on the Thespian Board for the 2019-2020 season.
My name, as some of you may know, is Colin Kiernan, 1 of 2 Technical Liaisons for Troop 1451.
Happy end of year. Congratulations, you made it this far.
I just want to come on here and take a moment to say how I appreciated what a great year this has been. Everybody's put forth such an awesome effort.
I can honestly say that I learned so much from all you guys this year.
One of my favorite memories from this past season was the Thespian Cabaret at the beginning of the year.
I think for me, my favorite event was definitely the cabaret.
I loved seeing all the talent and how engaged the audience was in those amazing performances.
I hope we continue to do that in the future.
My favorite memory from this year would definitely be putting on FNL and Saturday Night Dead.
APT, or better known as American Players Theater.
Those events really helped me bond with my board and anybody that participated in those events as cast or crew or anything really.
I'll never forget the 2 shows we saw, The Book of Will and She Stoops to Conquer, along with that final song and dance encore to tie the night off with a gorgeous bow.
FNL to cabaret to writer's workshop.
From 2 Shakespeare shows to FNL to an individual speech contest online, this really will be a year that I won't forget.
And next year we will get to do the improv show too, so I'm so excited to see that.
And we all miss you so much right now, and hope we can see, even if it's 6 or more feet away, each other again soon.
Some words of advice would be to cherish every moment and don't dwell on the bad things. Because even though there are bad things at this moment, there's going to be great things to follow.
I do have some parting words as our season comes to a close.
To the seniors, I wish you the best of luck in whatever and wherever life takes you after this.
Seniors, I'm really gonna miss you guys.
You're going to go on to do great things.
And to the underclassmen, I cannot wait to see you next fall, or whenever we get back.
And freshmen, I really hope I get to meet you in person and not online in the fall.
Have a great year next year. I hope you get to do so many amazing things.
Good luck to next year's board. You guys are going to do great. I can't wait to see what everybody does. So this is Jordan signing up as your fundraising chair.
This is a board officer, technical liaison, Colin Kiernan, signing off for the 2019-2020 season.
So have a great summer.
Bye.
Have a great summer. I love you guys.
And I'll see you all on the next road trip.
Are we back? Okay.
Our camera's off.
All right. I think we can. Okay, I think we're vocally back. Let's. We're trying to work so we can get seen. Here we go. Where are we? Look at. There we are.
We're
Okay.
skinny like this.
Ooh, that's fun. And there we go. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, major thanks to the entire Thespian board for all of their work this year. It was a lot of fun getting to work with you all, and I can't wait to see what happens next year. A lot of you probably have questions about what's going to happen next year. Typically, we would have the Thespian board stuff this spring to elect next year's board, but with COVID, we're going to wait until the fall to hold those elections. So you can just kind of hang out and wait.
We'll also kind of hold our breath to see if the Thespian Festival handles things
Yes.
same as usual.
Yes.
Okay.
Right
Noted
now,
that.
the plan is to go ahead like normal, but we will see. If they need to, the Thespian Festival will move to a virtual setting.
We just improvise.
We just improvise. That's what theater's all about, right? It's all about improvisation. All right, so we want to now move into our letter winners, talking about those students who have gone above and beyond this year to participate in theater and have done so in an honorable way.
It's a lot of points.
A lot of points, a lot of points. We were lenient this year because of the loss of the improv show. If you were involved in Urinetown at all, you got points for that. So we tried to show grace wherever we could to really honor all the work that each and every one of you have put into this season. So,
But to earn a letter winner, it is extensive work over the course of the whole year. And every year starts new, fresh.
for
with
letter
new
winners,
opportunities. Yep.
exactly. So let's go. Let's talk about the students who have gone above and beyond this year. First up, we have our 9th grade letter winners. Avery Bissell. Congratulations, Avery. I know that you did some stuff with speech team for sure. Ty Conover, Coldy Holcomb, Chelsea Koch, Parker Lambert, Peyton Strobel, and Bella Webb. Congratulations, letter winners, 9th grade letter winners. Thank you for all that you did this year. I know that you didn't get to have your 9th grade show, which is a big bummer, but we are so excited to have you as part of the fall play next year. So stay tuned. Look for that info. It's going to be coming at you here soon. Auditions will be in the fall, but we'll announce what the title is and do some leadership stuff here yet before we jump into spring. So those are our 9th grade letter winners. Great job, everybody.
And 10th graders, we have a distinguished group here, starting off with Tyler Andrew, Emma Brahaney, Isaiah Dale, Isaac Den Hartog, Addie Hammond, Avery Johnson, Ariana Marquez Acedo, did I say that right? Acevedo, Rachel Marbadell, and Lainey Wahlberg. Way to go, sophomores.
Juniors, congratulations on all of you for winning the distinguished letter. Ziola Bush, Emily Durbala, Camille Eastvold, Ethan Ellsburn, Natalie Grote, Keaton Kelly, Theo Kelly, Kayla Maher, AJ Mortal, and Andrew O'Connell. Congratulations to our 11th grade letter winners. You juniors go.
You sound like the announcer on the Oscars.
I tried.
That was good.
Well, I had you kind of showed me up. You showed me up. I had to.
The seniors. Look how many of them there are.
There's a lot.
It's easier to get involved when they're seniors. They like branch out and try new things, and they realize it's almost the end. Congratulations to Hannah Berg, Hannah Beaker, Jared Dooley, Kai Griffin, Reese Harmson, Katie Henriksen, Carly Hollister, Mary McGraw, Celeste McFiston, Isla Schiller, Swetha Tunaguntla. Did I say it right?
Yeah, that was great.
Okay, oh darn, I practiced. And Eliza Waggy. Did I say it right?
That was great.
I'm just joking, Eliza.
Congratulations to all of our senior letter winners. But wait, there's more.
More?
Sometimes people participate way more than we expect, all right? And they go above and beyond the people who go above and beyond. And we like to provide those people with a letter of distinction. And that's if you get over 60 points in 1 year. And that is incredibly hard to do. But these people that you're about to see did it somehow. So kudos to them. And we want to recognize you for all that you've given to our department. So those people are Anna Alba, Lexi Burkle, Paige Fahrenkrug, Colin Kiernan, Jordan Kinney, Sarah Peterson, Angel Fan, Holly Rankin, Kaya Sneed, Josh Weber, and Carrie Wilhite. Congratulations. Thank you for everything that you have done to serve this department. And we want to reward you with this letter of distinction.
Incredible. So much time. We recognize those people because thank you. We recognize those names and faces because they were in probably every single opportunity we threw out there, and not just only on stage, but behind the scenes, doing tech and doing a lot of leadership roles. Way to go. I cannot believe I'm still talking into a plunger.
It's gone now. We're putting the plunger to rest. Congratulations to all of our letter winners with distinction. All right, I want to take a quick moment to talk about Thespians. So here's the deal with Thespians. The Thespian troupe that is nationally recognized as a part of the International Thespian Society, ITS, is a group of thespians that include people like Wayne Brady, Tom Hanks, Gavin Creel, he's my personal favorite.
Angela Youngers,
Chelsea Holland. The list goes on. And in order to become a thespian, you have to show dedication to your theater department over a period of time. So unlike lettering points that reset every single year, your thespian points accumulate the longer that you are involved in theater. So all the points that you earned as a freshman carry over to your sophomore year, carry over to your junior year, and then seniors. So once you have earned a collective total of 60 points in your career, you are able to become a thespian. And what that entails is you get inducted into this nice big organization that has all these fun people in it. You get a subscription to a magazine. Ooh, fun stuff. And in terms of what that means for you in this department, you get first access to sign up for Thespian Festival. Also, you are able to apply to be on the Thespian board. So it wouldn't be a Thespian board if it wasn't made up of thespians. So you have shown that you are dedicated to this department, and you have the ability to then step up and lead the department. So we were really fortunate that we had so many people cross this threshold this year, and we got to induct a lot of thespians. So these people are going to be the people who are going to become thespians at the end of this year, which means they will be thespians next year and join the already long list of students that we have, which is really exciting. So we have, let me get my recorder here. Nader, Tyler, Andrew, Emma, Bray Henny, Ziola Bush, Isaiah Dale, Lily Dossidle, Jack Ellis, Ethan Ellsburn, Eleanor Gall, Kai, Carly Hollister, Natalie Hunt. You can't see, we're kind of cutting that off, but Natalie Hunt is the last name. Ayush Ja, Avery Johnson, Keaton Kelly, Denise Lynn, Kayla Maher, Ariana Marquez Acevedo, Rachel Marwadell, Kiernan Matlock, Celeste McQuiston.
And there's more.
And there's more. There's a third slide. This is crazy. Gavin Mitchell, AJ Mortal, Andrew O'Connell, Angel Fawn, Hannah Tibbs, and Lainey Wahlberg. Congratulations to all of you for becoming new thespians and joining this long, honorable group.
Thank you for your time and your talent and your dedication.
So while I have you here, because all of you who were just named, you are able to sign up first for the Thespian Festival this fall, which is still, as of right now, happening at UNI. We'll see if things change, but right now it's a go. So save the date. We know what day and weekend the Thespian Festival is going to be, Thursday, November 12th through Saturday, November 14th. So you don't want to miss it. Thespians get first dibs at signing up, but if you are not a thespian, that's okay. You can still go, especially if you are going to compete in any of the individual events. We typically have a strong showing, as was evident by the PowerPoint earlier. You can compete on different things. The cool thing about Thespian Festival is that there are technical competitions as well, which is something that you don't see in like IHSSA, things like that. So this is kind of a niche thing that you get to do. And then if you're a senior, you can audition for scholarships. The Thespian Scholarship, and there's a good showing of schools that are always there. So you get first dibs if you want to do that. But you can also just attend as a spectator, but spots do fill up fast. So
it's a huge learning experience because you get to see
awesome.
all sorts of shows and attend all these different workshops. It's a huge opportunity.
I was actually just talking to someone today who said, is the Thespian Festival still happening? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, well, I'm so bummed that I waited to go until this year because it's so much fun. It's the best thing. And so
raised eyebrows.
Raised eyebrows. What? Really? That's going to be fun? No, it is. It's a lot of fun. And you can miss one day of school. So as opposed to a whole term. Haha, is it too soon? Can I make that? All right, okay, so I'm sorry.
Too soon.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to our next thing. All right. Before we jump into honoring our seniors, we do have another special guest to highlight. Let's see if we can make this happen. And we're back. Maybe we're back. Can you hear us? I hope. I think maybe that video was not working, but I hope you were able to hear it at least.
I heard it.
Thank you to Mrs. Rowland for your words and for always being an advocate for us. Cool. All right. So now we are going to move on and talk about our seniors. This doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. My favorite part of this whole event is talking about the seniors and giving them a hug if they come up and hug us. I mean, to hug or not hug, it's always they tackle you or not. And I think that's what's missing right here.
Yeah.
And it's missing the people. But we're going to do our best and say some good things about the seniors.
All right, here we go.
Start us off.
First up,
Wait.
Oh.
We got to get ready.
Oh. Okay, that's all right.
Oh.
Much better. Now we're ready. First up, Anna Alba. I have actually known Anna since she was in 8th grade, which was actually my first official year teaching here. Anna was a part of Comida dell'Arte, and I can talk about these students for forever, and I'm going to get carried away, and I'm so sorry. We're trying to keep this brief. But I've really, really, really gotten to love watching Anna grow and evolve over these past few years into the great leader that she is. One of the things that Anna said was her most memorable experiences was going to Allstate in improv her sophomore year. And she is going to miss her friends the most. But we're going to miss you too, Anna.
I'm going to miss Hannah Berg. Hannah Berg's next up. And she was just in about every single thing in the last few years. And she said one of the most notable things was leveling up with the Trash Panda gang. Oh, the Trash Pandas. I wondered if that would come back. That was wonderful. What will she miss? She will miss the crazy, wonderful, passionate people. And her advice to underclassmen is to explore every part of the stage. She says she has never felt greater community than when she got to understand and be inspired by people owning their unique strengths. That should be our t-shirt next year.
I love it. We're going to have a lot of those, I feel like.
Yes.
Hannah Beaker, stage manager extraordinaire, is probably how you know her, but really, Hannah has done just about everything. Not only is she an amazing technician, talented performer, and just an all-around great person. Her most memorable moment from Waukee Theater Speech was the night after State when all the choral readers went to Applebee's together, which we could do back then. I'm sorry, I'm beating this dead horse.
Yes, stop.
One of the most important skills that she learned was how to communicate with others, even in stressful kinds. And her advice to underclassmen is to always be kind and humble, and don't take it for granted. It'll be over a lot faster than you think.
Those are good words. The person I want to recognize next is Izzy Bagazik. I remember meeting her freshman year, and I was struck by her maturity. Mm-hmm. And she made it to Allstate as an individual in some, I don't know what event, freshman year. But then she got really busy, and she's been in lots of plays. She was in plays in the fall for 3 years. And I think we came to count on her most in the speech team as a team lead for freshmen. She directed several things her sophomore and junior year. And so I thank you, Izzy. Wonderful job.
Caitlin Calvert. I had the pleasure of having Caitlin in a lot of the theater arts classes, and Caitlin was always so much fun, big ball of energy, and Caitlin participated a lot in our speech team, being involved in the one-act plays, Rhymers of Eldritch, and dealing with some kind of weird stuff, but pulling it off really well. So we will miss you, Caitlin.
I wish I could introduce Kaylee Carey. She is going to study criminal justice next year. And most notably, she made it to Allstate as part of that group mime that we're going to hear a lot about in this list. A lot of people noted that their memorable moments were being in the mime She Gave, winning the banner at Allstate, and also being in Wonderland. But this year also, I was able to push her to try new things, and she was in an ensemble with us, and she even did TV news. Way to go, Kaylee.
Gavin Clark joined us this year for his senior year. He transferred in, and we were so thankful that he did. Gavin was a great person and performer, and we loved having him a part of our speech team. He was in both the one act and the Reader's Theater. 2 long events. I mean, those correct me if I'm wrong, those are the 2 longest events.
And a lot of rehearsal. So
thank you, Gavin, for your dedication. I wish we would have had more time with you.
Monty Noah Cartwright. God, I must be tired. Monty Noah Cartwright.
Stop it, you can't cry.
Was really involved in the musicals in the last 3 years, Hunchback and Cinderella and Urinetown. And she said she loved the experience with the musical this year and getting to know so many people. I love going to rehearsals and just having fun. That's what musicals are all about, just having fun. Even if they don't stage, the rehearsals. For the fun.
I have to say the shuffle will always be one of my favorite things. Oh, that was so great.
It was good to know you, Monty Noah.
Next up is Jared Dooley. Jared is a big teddy bear. Love that guy. That's what we say to each other all the time. Jared has done just about everything. He's always present, and we're so thankful that he is, because he brightens the room and calms everybody down. I feel that when I'm having a stressful day, Jared just comes in and calms me down. Jared's most memorable moment is spending time with his closest friends in the TAC during rehearsals, and making those friends. And his advice to underclassmen is to take it in while you can. It goes so fast.
Great advice, Jared. I want to talk about Kate Dressel. I mentioned her earlier as 3 years of group mime. She also did choral reading. She was involved in FNL. And the thing that she wants us to know is that we should always watch other events and learn from them. And she says the thing she learned most was teamwork and last minute problem solving. That's what we do.
Awesome. Morgan Fisher. I've worked with Morgan for quite a few years now. And Morgan, your presence has always been so incredible to me. You just carry yourself with this air of confidence, and you always brighten up a scene or a room that you're in. Morgan's most memorable moment was the getting to know you games from the Shakespeare plays. Really helped everybody bond together. The skill that is most important is to be your best self and give your best self at everything you do. Be bold no matter what.
Wow. Good advice. I want to talk about Kai Griffin. He was involved in everything musical, it seems like. He was in cabaret this year, some stage readings. He did the fall play for 3 years, and he did all 3 musicals. And I worked with him sophomore year in the Book of Mormon, and he had great success making it to the All-State Festival with that group. He was the only sophomore, and I think the rest were senior boys. Was that right?
Yeah.
And so that was quite impressive. And I don't know where he went junior year, but then he came back this year and had great success again in Avenue Q. So
you're in town. Great job, Kai.
I feel privileged to work with Kai. I even got him in Oral Com this year, so that was excellent.
I cannot tell you the number of people, Kai, sorry to piggyback off this, that commented on the music from the fall plays. So thank you for that. Speaking of music from the fall plays, Reese, you also did an amazing job. That was a real highlight for a lot of people. Reese Harmson has done just about everything. I also met Reese.
Literally everything.
Literally, that's all caps. Literally everything. And Reese always has an incredible attitude and just positivity that radiates from her. Swag money, right, Reese? Okay, that was a hashtag. My sign still says that, by the way. Reese said that the thing that she, the most memorable moment for her is every day. Everything was great. Every day was a moment, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, is what she says. The most important skill that she learned in speech and theater is confidence in public speaking and building character. I have to say that I learned how to meet people and adapt to new people. I think the most important thing in theater is people, and I love them all. Thanks, Reese.
I'm going to talk about Katie Hendrickson. She is attending Iowa State next year and going to do some science-y majors. She became someone we all counted on for hair and makeup. And I must say that it was more than once tonight. I wish that she was here tonight working on my hair and makeup. COVID hair doesn't go well on this, award show. She was so much a part of speech team and theater for the last several years. And she notes making it to All-State with Rhymers of Eldridge as a major memory. And her advice is to not be afraid to try new things. She says, and I quote, "I randomly signed up to do hair and makeup for Hunchback, and that later became my thing." And I think that's super cool to note because we find ourselves wearing all these different hats in the speech and theater world, and then we realize that we're good at them. So thank you for making us remember that, Katie, and nice job in everything that you did. We will miss you.
Seniors Part 2. Carly Hollister is up next. Carly, stage manager extraordinaire. She's been a real great support to all of our programs, to all of our shows the past couple of years, and is just an all-around great person. The most important speech skill that Carly has is telling us that messing up a cue isn't the end of the world. So don't treat it like it is. And I cannot retweet that enough. Let me push the button. Her advice to underclassmen is take care of yourselves. Mental health and your well-being should come before anything else. Again, retweet. It's okay to take a sick day, whether it be physical or mental. No one should expect you to be 100% all the time. Teachers are understanding.
We are. We're good.
Thanks, Carly.
I'm going to talk about Jayla Joseph. She's going to attend University of Iowa next year, and she too, I met freshman year on the speech bus. And I thought, who is this talented little freshman who made it to All-State and individual All-State in individual speech for 3 years in a row. She was also part of those 2 groups that made it to All-State in mime. And I remember sophomore year, I took this kind of sassy freshman and I put her in mime. And she's like, "What are you doing? Put me in mime." And I was like, she didn't think she could do it without talking. And I'm like, who's more expressive than Jayla Joseph? And so I'll probably never forget that, because wow, if you're expressive, we're gonna suit you with a talents or suit your talents in an appropriate event. And we sure saw a lot of talent from Jayla.
Jordan Kinney is up next. I've also worked with Jordan for quite a few years now. And the thing that I love about Jordan is her fearlessness. The fact that she is willing and able to try anything and everything, and do it 100% all the time. You're like, "Jordan, you want to try this?" She's like, "Yeah, let's just all in." And I think that's pretty amazing. Most memorable moment for Jordan was the whole improv team going to All-State sophomore year, which never happens.
No,
That was incredible.
I don't think that happens anywhere in the state of Iowa.
No,
that was crazy.
That was crazy. That was pretty incredible, but so well deserved from everyone on that team. And even still today. Her advice to underclassmen: don't take yourself seriously when it comes to auditions and rehearsals. It's going to be something that you thank yourself for in the long run. Yes, 100%. Relax, have fun. Don't be afraid to get out of your comfort zone and make those big, bold choices. Something that I will always remember you for, Jordan.
That is for sure. I want to honor Paige Kirshner. She has been sharing her talents in lots of different ways. She is musical and jumps into the pit for musicals, and she jumps on stage for other things. She, freshman year, was in Commedia Tonight, The Election. She did Peter and the Starcatcher and Much Ado, and Hunchback, FNL, and Thespian Festival. And Paige says, follow your heart. Do what makes you happy. Do what you love. With enough hard work, passion, and a little stubbornness, you can achieve anything you put your mind to.
Nathan Mattiusi has been a great help to us backstage. I've worked with him specifically in a front of house setting, and we're really thankful for all that he's done. Nathan was always someone that I could have a real down-to-earth conversation with. If I was ever feeling stressed or whatever, then he was one that I would just chat with, and my stress would start to melt.
Kieran Matlock was with us in so many different things. Kieran says, I love acting, and I've done tech for nearly every Waukee production since I was in 6th grade. At WHS, I've been in Peter and the Starcatcher, Hunchback, FNL, Crew in Laramie. No, Laramie is an actor, and improv show. Oh my gosh, just everything.
Everything.
Kieran says, I still get chills when I think of that final performance of Hunchback of Notre Dame. I poured everything I had into that ridiculously high note, fighting through the tears and surrounded by people I love. That should be our t-shirt next year.
There's so many, we have a lot of t-shirts. Mary McGraw, next up. I got to work with Mary in improv quite a bit. And seeing Mary grow into the strong leader that she is has been one of my true joys. Her most memorable moment from speech and theater was this year's improv group. It was an amazing experience being able to be so close with such a great group of people. Retweet, but I'm biased. What advice does she leave for underclassmen? Be present and live in the moment.
Nice. Celeste McQuiston was in Much Ado About Nothing, FNL's, improv shows, stage readings. She did radio and choral reading for a speech team. And she said the most important skill for life that she learned in speech and theater is yes and.
Hannah Mossberg has participated in quite a few things, lots of main stage things. She's participated in just about everything that there is. Tried and true. And I got to work with Hannah pretty closely during this speech season this year, and it was a true joy for me. Hannah will miss the most the community. It was definitely a home, Waukee Speech and Theater. And her advice to underclassmen is if you have the chance to do it, then you should. Regardless of if you feel comfortable or not, you learn from everything. Thanks, Anna.
Janelle Omana Sanchez is going to attend Liberty University and major in business administration. Janelle came to us this year in the cast of Urinetown, the musical. She said she loved the few rehearsals we had, and everybody was so nice and talented. She said the people and the director made this experience so special, so fun.
It was so fun to have you part of it, Janelle. Antonio. Antonio has been someone who has participated in a lot of our FNL Thespian events and notable performances in the improv show, and just a lot of fun to have around. The most important skill that he's learned is to never say no to a prompt. Always say yes and work with it. And his advice to underclassmen is to always have a smile on your face and take what you are given.
Good advice. I'm going to talk about Jada Parrish. She is going to next year join the nursing program at DMAC, and she's been involved in the spring musical for the past 3 years. She says the most memorable moments were too many to count, but what she learned the most was trust. Her advice: do the things that scare you. I love it.
Ellie Patterson. Ellie has worked backstage on a lot of different crews, for FNL crews, and she's worked backstage building things, which she is a natural leader at and so talented at. She's been pretty important to the show coming together, and just a lot of fun to be around. Her most memorable moment was when she realized that she enjoyed building things on Scenic Crew. Being able to go to the scene shop every day after school was so awesome, because I got to spend time with amazing people and learn really important life skills. And her advice to underclassmen is be willing to do the things that are outside of your comfort zone, because they will grow your willingness to do more things that you might not have done before. I'm sensing a theme.
You know what? It's all good. I get to talk about Holly Rankin.
We need to move this forward. Come on, Jorgensen. Here we
Holly
go.
Rankin is going to major in fashion production and design. Like, that makes sense. She's been a costume designer for the freshman play. She's done it for the musical. She's been involved in FNL, and she's a 4-year Thespian festival competitor. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Wow, that's impressive. She's done individual and team speech all 4 years, and freshman team lead her sophomore and senior year, or sophomore through senior year. I think all 3 years. Way to go, Holly. Holly says to branch out and try new things. Also, it's high school, so don't take everything super seriously. Have fun.
I want to just really quick, at auditions for speech team this year, Holly stood out so much because we said, what event would you like to be in? She said, any. Holly is someone who is just willing to try all new things, and she's going to put her full person into it, and it's really cool.
She did review for individual. No one likes to do review. You should do review. It'll get you to Allstate if you're as good as Holly.
All right, next up, Sarah Schaefer. I have really loved getting to know Sarah over the past couple of years. Sarah has participated in a lot of some FNL and Urinetown this year, and it's been really great getting to know Sarah over the past couple of years. Her most memorable moment is getting a really bad fake beard for your FNL skit. And I mean, really, are you a theater person if you've never worn bad facial hair or like some silly prop? So that's really fun. She will miss the community the most, and her advice to underclassmen is have fun in whatever place you're put. It's so much more enjoyable that way. Retweet.
I'm going to talk about Isla Schiller. Isla was in just about everything. I am not going to list them because it was like literally everything again. And for speech too. And she did so many different things for speech. She did acting, after dinner speaking, readers, theater, one-act play, ensemble acting, and group mime. She was one of that star-studded cast of group mimers that made it to Allstate 2 years back to back. I noted here that she said her most memorable moment was meeting at Prairie View when I was a sophomore to go to group mime practice led by Mrs. Scholes. It was always a fun time to draw scenarios out of a little box and mime them. I think that's a cool memory.
That's really cool. Next up is Ty Slauson. Ty has participated in all of our fall plays. He's been a part of FNL. He did the musical sophomore year, and then he did it again the senior year, which was really fun. I was really excited about that. The most important skill that he learned, it's not scary to act like someone else. So why should it be scary to act like yourself?
That should be
That's so
the
good.
shirt.
That's the shirt. There it is.
These
right
sound
there.
bites are awesome.
And he will miss the most hanging out on Mr. J's couch in the morning.
Aww. I wonder if he ever forgot to go to class. Did you ever forget to go to class?
No, they were all really good about it.
Okay, good.
Because I told them that I wasn't writing passes.
No. I'm going to mention Kaya Sneed next. She was involved in Waukee Plays and Musicals since 6th grade. And you know what? That makes me realize that part of our success, or so much of our success, is the upline we have, 612. And so shout out to middle school and junior high directors and coaches, because we all do this because of what you start down there. Kaya was in FNL. She was in Saturday Night Live Dead. She was in the writer's workshop. She performed in cabaret for 2 years. And she did speech team, choral reading, musical theater, mime. She did everything too, and even solo mime. She says that one of the most important things was learning to believe in yourself. She tells us to dream big. Wherever you go, your skills can be used. What will she miss? She will miss her Waukee Theater family. And she will miss Mr. J so much. She will miss performing with the best people she knows.
Swetha is up next. You've seen Swetha on stage. She's been in all the plays, and she's done lots of IHSSA speech stuff, group and individuals. So it's been awesome to get to work with Swetha. Most important skill that Swetha has learned in speech and theater is how to convey her thoughts without words, and how listening is an important part of real life and acting. She'll miss the most the silly rehearsals and the team building dinners and lunches. She'll miss walking out on stage only to forget her line and start her own improv scene. She'll miss the people that made every show memorable.
And we will miss her. I'm going to talk about Eliza. I can't believe Eliza's a senior. I can't believe you're all seniors. This is crazy.
Stop it.
Liza was so involved in things. I'm not going to list them all, but notably Moises Kaufman in the Laramie Project. That one stands out to me as notable. So that's the one I'm going to mention, Eliza. So many different things. And you were an integral part of the Best Buddy scenes in Cinderella and FNL and things like that. You're somebody who works behind the scenes and makes everyone shine more. Eliza said the most important skill she learned was being comfortable, putting herself out there and in front of others. And she says, be the person who's not afraid to fail or make a fool of yourself, because you will have the most success.
Next up is Josh Weber. I've also known Josh since he was a little baby, little tiny tyke. And I have been so impressed with Josh's growth and his performance ability. One of my highlights of the year was working with him as Touchstone in the fall play this year. It was a lot of fun. The energy and commitment that you brought to every single rehearsal was incredible. And I really enjoyed getting to work with you on that process and see your growth over the past couple of years. But Josh has not just participated in the plays. He's also been a really integral part of speech team. And his most memorable moment was being awarded the banner sophomore year for the mime. And he's going to miss speech team the most.
Nice. Carrie Wilhite, otherwise known as Little Becky Two Shoes, has been involved in everything. It's such a long list. She's also done speech team in just about everything. And she says her most memorable moment was related to the Origin of Love musical theater this year. She says, Origin of Love, 100%. We all connected and shared so much throughout that process, and it was just incredible. The one night at rehearsal when we stood outside in the snow holding hands and sang our music was something unforgettable. I'm so blessed. We made it to Allstate. For sure, it's the most memorable group and people and event to me. Wow, that's a lot of love.
Okay, thank you. Maddie Yu is up next. Next year, Maddie's going to be going to Bradley University as a civil engineering major. Maddie was a part of the musical this year, and although our time together was brief, I loved getting to work with Maddie. She was a lot of fun, always came to rehearsal very peppy and excited to work. She's going to miss her peers the most, and her advice to underclassmen is just follow your heart. That sounds familiar. And keep performing. Thanks, Maddie. All right. Okay. All right. So what now? Do we all just sit and cry alone in our? Okay.
Let's hear from a fearless leader.
Okay. All right. For whatever reason, the video doesn't want to play, but I hope that you heard the soundbite for that. So thank you to Mr. Justman. Again, we have amazing administrative support here, and we could not be where we are today without them. So a couple of little housekeeping things. If you are a senior who lettered, We have fancy paper for you that we would have given out had we all been together. And we have, if this is your first time lettering, a chenille. Ooh, it says W for Wumbo. And then we also have a little pin that says drama. It doesn't say drama, but it's the masks. And we'll give those to you together if it's made it this far. If it's your first time lettering. If this is your second time lettering, then you get a fun bar and you get to add it to what you already have.
Or your third.
Or your third. Or your fourth. We have those people because we have some amazingly talented students. If you are an individual all-stater, we also have medals for you that you can pick up as well. Tomorrow from 1 to 3 in my classroom, WHS 741, if you are a senior, you can come pick these things up. If you are a sophomore, junior, or freshman, you can pick these things up next fall. We are only passing these out to seniors tomorrow. If you show up in my classroom, I will say, get out.
You know, the awards night always makes us also reflective about our time together over the course of the year, and for some of us over the course of the last 4 years. And I think it really hit me today as being memorable and notable that theater is adapting. It's taking what you're given, it's finding your light, and it's making the show go on. And so I'm so impressed this year at what you all have done to say, okay, yes, and we'll just move on. I think it shows a lot of strength and a lot of resilience, and we are so proud of you.
Could not be more proud. We have truly the best students in the entire world. And on that note, let's celebrate. Thank you for tuning in to this live stream. I think for the most part, things went pretty well. I don't know. I got a lot of these. So we thank you for an amazing speech season, and we look forward to what the future holds. Thanks for being here tonight. Bye.